Hello and welcome everybody, this is Hadi and let's get more deeply into the SAS team-based strategies. Some stuff that the game doesn't tell you about. But first of all, let's review quickly the team selection basics and the command controls. I highly recommend to assign fixed roles to our team members according to their call numbers. One team leader with a high endurance level who can often be under direct control, another backup gunner or rifleman with a reliable reaction, a marksman with high accuracy and reaction, which are very important stats when it comes to AI-controlled soldiers. And finally, heavy gunner who can also carry rocket launchers and heavy gear. Sometimes modifications to weapon selection can be made and dictated by the circumstances of each mission. We can give direct voice orders to squad members in the close vicinity.
Follow me!
In the follow command, the rest of the team would run behind the soldier under control, and in that case I would recommend to stop frequently if you are advancing to unknown areas. Because if you run continuously, the AI-controlled soldiers may stray afar and act like idiots. So once you stop, they take the V or point formation to protect the rear and flanks.
Stop!
Once you give the stop order, they would halt and hold their defensive positions.
Hey!
Give hay order to let the soldiers standing in the line of fire to move out of your way.
Hey!
It's considered also an order to fire at will.
Hey! Move on!
Give the move on order to let them move slightly to the direction you're
Move
facing.
on! Move on!
And the hold fire order here actually means fire on my lead.
Hold fire!
So they would wait until the first shot. Now let's talk formations. The forward movement in line formation is suitable for advancing through the open field, as mentioned in the manual. This formation can be used also while ascending to a hilltop plateau. 2 gunners should be in the middle and 2 long-range shooters should be on the peripheries. Having a sniper or a machine gunner on the periphery can allow them to scan carefully the sides of the hill slopes, as they have longer fields of vision. The team members in the middle would advance first and scout ahead. And in case they encounter an enemy attack, they can always retreat behind a strong line of defense. Once the members in the middle finish advancing, the long shooters at the peripheries can follow them safely in the same line formation. The lateral formation movement, which can be considered a subtype of column formation, can be used wherever there is good cover on one side, like a wall or a steep cliff. And by this way, the team can advance and retreat while providing cover for each other. And if we suspect a heavy enemy presence on one direction, we can adjust our team positions accordingly. The advantage of the tactical map is that it enables us to pause the time and program major time synchronized action for our men. So by using the movement icon, we can set waypoints for our soldiers. And we can always delete an order and repeat until we are able to set the desired pathways. Through this map we can also control the stances, whether to stand up, kneel or lie down. By clicking the use and guard icons we can order a soldier to man a fixed machine gun. There is also an icon to open the inventory and select weapons, lay mines or time bombs. The attack icon can be used to focus on an enemy who is detected in the tactical map. By using the guard order, the soldier holds his position and keep watching in the direction of the indicator. Now, as we finished programming the orders, let's get back to the real time. That being said, let's bring all we have learned into the real action. Remember the machine gun man on whom we struggled to get a deadly shot from the mouth between the hills? This time, let's use an easier tactic to get him. Distract and hit. We can send another squad member to throw a grenade over the western hills for distraction. Then we can get a good opportunity to hit the target. The invisible barrier here doesn't permit passage of the soldier, but it can permit throwing a grenade that can pass over the hill to the left of our target. Once the machine gun operator gets panicked and leave his machine gun by natural reflex to look at the site of the blast, this is the best time to get him. We can use the same distract and hit tactic to deal with the guard tower to the east. Send a squad member to toss a grenade over the hill to the right of the guard. And immediately after the blast, we can get him before he can even react. We can get the direct follow-up and attack the river to are sure that we have a tactical advantage over the enemy. But because of the unpredictable delays that can happen from the allied AI, I recommend to save the game before doing such moves. Time to learn how to set up a minefield at the end of this dirt road before the enemy patrols come back and detect us. And the best way to do so is to pull up the tactical map, take a sip of coffee and plan well where do you want the mines to be implanted, and how to set the pathways for your squad members so they can't step on them. Let's say on both sides of the road where it bends. The programmed synchronized orders are also useful in other situations where the time is not in our favor, especially if we are about to defend against a company of attacking enemies. And the third team member can deploy more mines at a different location. Make sure that you plan their return path along a safe corridor. Now as we finished planning, let's select number 4 and watch them working. Nice, boys. Keep up the good work. But don't step on the mine as you promised. So we can finish the job in a timely manner instead of controlling each soldier individually. Great job. Now go hide somewhere. I'll take cover here and watch what happens. And both stepped on the mines away from the guard post. No witnesses. In some situations, an enemy guard can get pinned down by our squad. However, they can't land a deadly hit on him. If we manage to bring one man close to his location, he can simply yell at him so he gets angry and expose himself.
Hey! Hey!
This is how to execute a simultaneous attack on multiple enemies to get them all at once. So here 2 gunners are lined up ready to take down the sniper by the rock, and the other long-range shooters are lined up ready to take care of the sniper by the 3 logs. So by using the tactical map, we give this sequence of orders. To crouch and emerge out of cover, then to guard at the direction of target. Then we can adjust the timing of the signal along the timeline for each squad member. In the meantime, you can take control of the sniper, for example. So you can prepare and adjust your aim until the time of the signal comes. Now scroll to get up and hit that guy. And that's it. We successfully took them down before they tried to escape or alert their comrades. Let's use the same method for instant hitting of all the guards at the next roadblock. This time they are all equipped with longer range rifles to finish the job. Two members on the right, including the soldier under control, should look at the machine gun operator and the guard patrols on the main road. The other two on the left should take care of the guard on the side road, and one of them can also look after the machine gun operator. So we adjust the timing, prepare for the attack. Now, as you see, the machine gunner got confused, which made him an easy target. The best thing to do next is to keep our sniper and machine gunner holding defensive positions on top of the plateau, ready for any ambush from the enemy, while two other squad members can navigate the area down the road. In some occasions, we may find one of our soldiers shooting at a pinned down target, keeping him busy. We can utilize this covering fire opportunity to send one squad member to traverse the battlefield to the next cover. Eventually, they took down the sentry by the guard shack. The other guard is approaching. And what worse he can face than dealing with a machine gunner waiting for him on the hilltop. This time we can ambush the enemy guards around the next post simultaneously from different directions. And it's better to make it while the enemy patrols get closer at the next intersection and turn around. In this strategy, one unit of long-range shooters will be given a timed signal through the tactical map to ambush from the hilltop. So their signal is composed of a set of orders to advance forwards and guard the area at the intersection to take down the enemy patrols. The other unit of two gunners will ambush from the forest using direct orders.
Follow me! Hold fire!
My follower here is given the hold fire order, so he can wait until the right moment to shoot at the guard by the tree logs. Be aware that the signal to the other unit activates once you notice brightening of the icons next to their profiles at the bottom. We open fire once he aims his rifle.
Hey!
Here we go, the
Hey!
signal is active.
Hey!
And the squad unit on top managed to get one of the guard patrols at the same time. The distraction and baiting methods can work on tanks or armored vehicles as well. We can send one squad member to bait on the vehicle from one side, forcing it to move its turret to his direction. Then another man, well prepared with his RPG from the other side, should emerge and fire by the time the turret moves back to aim at him. This needs a swift and precise action though. Remember that the rocket flies at an arc, so aim at the top of the vehicle or slightly above, according to its distance. Let's have some night walk in the town by the Danube. The flare gun is a handy tool for illumination and enemy distraction at night. Our sniper here will fire the flare and throw a grenade to distract the enemies at the next intersection, forcing them to look at the site of the blast. The same moment, other squad members can ambush them from the central park. Well done. This is the SAS, gentlemen. Now they encountered another enemy rifleman on the street, so they took cover behind the car. We can reverse the roles this time, so they can be the distractors. We give them order sets to fire the flares, then equip with their primaries, while our sniper will be the one to take down the guard on the street.
Follow me!
Again, our squad can attack all together if they guarantee the element of surprise over a group of enemies.
Follow me!
And this is another example of troop advancement on the flare signal. Here is a group ambush on the patrols along the low walkway by the river. But take care to avoid friendly fire. For movement through the street, split the team into 2 men on each side alongside buildings. On each side, place a sniper or a machine gunner covering the distance down the street, accompanied by a man holding a submachine gun or a semi-automatic rifle. The gunner on the side having nearest intersection ahead should advance first using whatever obstacle he finds for cover. If we are approaching a crossroads, move one gunner in first person close to the walls and watch the other side road first. Bait and evade, then retreat to the other teammates for defense. Repeat the same method to check out the side road on the same side. Then we can advance once the area is secure, clearing the side roads on the way. To move through an exposed area without catching enemy fire, make sure to sprint across their line of fire for a short distance before an obstacle gets in the way, blocking enemy's view. In this case, it's the guard shack at the entrance of the bridge. Let's join our teammate behind this cover. Let's get another man to this cover on the other side. We have 4 enemy guards here on the bridge. We can set up a timed ambush by the squad members behind the guard shack, and switch to the man on the other side to distract them before activation of the order. This time, let's distract and hit in a vertical pattern. So squad mates would fire the flare above, while the sharpshooter can do his hunting job from underneath the bridge. What if we want to focus our defense on a particular area like this intersection? A proper way is to position our squad members at different stances next to each other, so their firing arcs can be combined into a strong one, able to break down any counterattack by a group of infantries. Let's experiment what could happen if we positioned them a little bit facing the side road. Bait and evade. Then retreat. As we noticed, one of the attackers got a chance to react, injuring one of our men. This time, let's position the squad with an adequately angled aim at the intersection. Now they were able to mow them down before they could react. The same strategy while guarding a doorway in the interior. To avoid the head-to-head encounter situation by positioning the men along the same wall of the doorway, so they can hit the attacking enemies on their sides. One soldier can shift quickly between covers and keep baiting on the enemies in the large hall, to force as many of them as possible to come and investigate, only to become easy picks by the rest of the team. Defending a vantage point, a sniping spot for example, doesn't always mean fanning the squad members out in defensive positions around the same area, as sometimes this may lead to unpredictable outcomes. Instead, it's better to line them up on a safer place overlooking the area to be defended. Let's hit that guard patrol and raise the attention of the guards by the factory. And they picked them up successfully without any problems. This concludes our strategy guide. Hope this can help you with some interesting ways to play the game. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and see you again as we start our playthrough of Hidden and Dangerous 2. Goodbye.